Awesome, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday night masterclass. And tonight we have a special men's masterclass. So, my name is Susan Manuello, and I will be your host, if you will, taking you through some information about our product line and just the amazing things that it will do for you, whether or not you're on here for the first time or maybe you're a repeat, customer and you really wanted some more information, or you're inviting one of your um, husband's, boyfriend's, son's, brother, whatever it might be. This call hopefully will just answer some questions for the guys. And I've got some awesome gentlemen on to share their testimonial as they've been using these products as well. So we're going to get started. And one of the things that I want to start with is let's get better acquainted. Personally, I will just let you know that I've been using these products for the past almost 2 years to the date. And actually, a friend of mine who is a guy introduced me to the products. So it really is true. Guys love skincare too. And especially when it came to the business opportunity, he really wanted me to know more about the company. And so I would love to share a little bit of that with you tonight. This company launched in 2018, and in that time in South Korea, they did a little over 2 billion in sales. But now they are considered a global company, and we are far surpassing that number. 7 years in, we are over 3 billion. We've become the number one search for K beauty brand, which if you are new to K beauty, it's Korean beauty. It's K beauty. And it is the fastest segment of skincare that I've ever seen. People are searching for this. It's up over 350% on SEO. And you guys have the number one search for brand right here. So very cool. We are considered a cosmeceutical grade product. And that has to do with our incredible ingredients, but also the technology, which I will be telling you about. And our ICD skincare, it's known as Incelderm, or ICD is our logo. You'll see that. We have 16 patents in total, but 13 on just the skincare and over 25 awards, and that just keeps rolling in. And recently we became number one on the top 10 of the DSN companies that are in momentum, and that stands for the Direct Selling News. So very highly regarded organization, and it is truly because we are sharing these products like crazy. They work. People are so excited once they start using the products, and honestly, sometimes even after one use, you can see a difference, but they just keep getting better. One of the crazy things that I know I started paying attention to years ago was toxicity. And, Americans use about 12 personal care products a day. I'd say between men and women, you're possibly in that number somewhere. Maybe you only use five or six, but most on average are 12. And you guys, 168 different chemicals can be in those products that aren't good. So one of the things that we are so obsessed about are our ingredients. They are clean, gentle products. We ban 3,000 ingredients that are typically in other cosmetic products. They are not in these. So if that's on your mind, whether or not you're a guy or a girl, these are products that you can trust, and they're really, really good for your skin. So let's talk about the guys for a minute. What are some of your top questions? And I did a little research, good old chat GPT. And these were some of the top questions that are on guys' minds when it comes to taking care of their skin. Number one, what's a simple routine that I can actually stick to? I don't know if you guys can relate, but I would say that that's probably true. Everyone's busy, but guys especially, you want simplicity, right? Number two, how do I deal with shaving irritation or razor burn? We have an answer for that here, big time. So I'm excited to share that with you. And you're probably going to hear some of it in our testimonials as well. Number three, will this help with my oily skin, or maybe you have dry skin? That was a big concern for me living in Colorado this time of year, especially the seasons change, and my skin used to get so dry, but not anymore. Not anymore because of these products. And number four, I think everyone is interested in this, but guys want to know too, what about anti-aging? Is this going to help make me look and feel as young as maybe you feel on the inside? So we're going to jump into why we can hopefully answer yes to all those questions for you. And it really starts with the Riemann difference. We have about three pillars in our product line that I like to touch on. And this video, it does typically have sound. Whoever invited you can share the video with you, but I'm going to just kind of tell you about the three pillars as you watch this incredible marketing video that we have. But it starts with the really impressive research that was done on a plant called Centella asiatica. And it has been known in the world of skincare for its healing benefits, very high in antioxidants. And it even was known in the wild because tigers would roll around in this grass. So it was kind of got this name tiger grass. So, guys, we use tiger grass in our products, okay? And we at our company at Riemann, our formulator started to use a very special way in which he was growing this Centella asiatica. And so he's patented the plant, which is why you see on here it was called giant byung pool. So that's the number one pillar in our products that you can't get anywhere else. It's only in our Incelderm skincare in our entire product line, really. And like I said, very antioxidant rich. It's very healing to the skin, helps with anti-aging and all the things. But the second pillar is this lava water. This is drilled down under a, volcano rock in Jeju, which is an island off the coast of South Korea. And it's a water that's been protected for over 400,000 years. And it's a UNESCO heritage, very protected site. They're doing it very environmentally, responsible. But when they have this water, it's very mineral dense and it's very special that we're the only company, one of five companies that has access to this Jeju energy lava water. So that is extremely important to know because it's also one of the reasons that these products are delivering amazing results. And remember when I mentioned how hydrating they are? This is a huge reason why. The third pillar of our products is our liposomal technology. And this really comes into play when it comes to understanding that our products use these ingredients, but in very, very small molecules. So they're penetrating below the dermal level of the skin. So it's really why you're getting the efficacy. You're going to see again in our before and after photos and our testimonials why they're so powerful. And it has to do with that nanoliposomal technology. So we have two lines in our product, and you're going to see signature versus our advanced, or otherwise known as Radiosome 100. Both of them have three cleansers. So if you see in the pictures, there's, the cleansing oil, the snow enzyme, and the cleansing powder wash. But then if you use the Boo, which we'll hear about, and that top line, you're going to get a water-based, very gentle, again, very hydrating line. And then if you choose to use the advanced RAD 100, we call it for short, you're going to be using those other three bottles that you see at the bottom. And a lot of times people use the signature line in the morning and the advanced line at night. But I'm excited to hear how these guys are using these products. So we're gonna definitely hear what their tricks of the trade are and what might work for you guys. Okay. So a little bit more about our signature line. Again, very powerful. It has a ton of the giant byung pool and that Jeju energy lava water. But you're also going to see, these brands are on the screen for a reason. We went from selling 40 million bottles of our Active Cream EX to getting a makeover ourselves. And now that same powerful cream looks like this because we partnered with one of the top marketing firms that represent Nike, Starbucks, Christian Louis Vuitton, the names that you see there. And now this is our new packaging. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's more than just packaging. We got an upgrade on the inside too. 35% more antioxidants are in our signature line, as well as two incredible ingredients that Angie, she's on this video and she's going to tell us about right now.
What is up, young pool? Welcome back to another Rebondays. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing to you the all-new ICD Signature Dermatology line. Now, all three of these products have gotten an improvement specifically within the Giant Young Pool extract. We now have what's called the Giant Young Pool 3 solution. This is not only the Giant Young Pool leaf extract, which now has an increase in antioxidant efficacy, but there's also Giant Young Pool leaf exosomes for enhanced absorption and amino acids for enhanced moisturization. All three products also have NMN, or nicotinamide mononucleotide, a derivative of niacinamide. This ingredient is known clinically to not only reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, to increase hydration, but also to maintain skin clarity. Now, with these reformulations and relaunch, each product now has its own unique third ingredient to allow it to stand out in its story, but to still work synergistically as the ICD signature line. The booster specifically has what's called Rejuviome R. This is pulled from an extremozyme that exists in unicellular organisms living in extreme conditions, and it helps maintain cellular repair, especially over UV damage. Now, with the serum, we now have what's called Fillerstin. This is a microbiome-based approach to maintaining your skin's innate health, allowing it to build up its own hydration. And last but certainly not least, the ICD Dermatology Cream now has ergothioneine and carnosine. Ergothioneine is thought to be a more powerful antioxidant than CoQ10, and carnosine is a dipeptide naturally occurring in our bodies that aids in the antioxidant activity. So I hope you are so excited to try out these products. That's all we have for today, but next week we'll go more in depth on what exosomes are.
Do you see why I had her tell you about it? She is our product development specialist and she knows all the details. So, but one thing that I took from that is it definitely answers that question on anti-aging. Just incredible results that you see here did just that. So you'll see, not only are they working really quickly, this is a friend of mine, Breeze, this is her husband. In 7 days, this is the results that he got. Pretty incredible around the eyes just in such a short amount of time, right? In the middle, this is our friend Tim, amazing results on his forehead. And then this is another friend of a friend who started using the EX line. And this is about a 30-day result that you see on this gentleman on the right. So it just keeps getting better, which I love. And ladies, I'm not leaving you out. If you're on the call, you might want to see some before and afters for you too. And again, just the results keep pouring in. You don't have to share your before and after photos, but what happens a lot of times is when you take one and you're like, okay, this is just for me. I'm just taking this for me. And then you start using our products. You can't help but start sharing them because you're shocked, right? And you keep getting compliments and saying how amazing your skin looks. And for the ladies, it looks better with makeup. And for the men, you're getting compliments at the gym, right? So it's pretty cool to hear how those continue to come in after you start using the products. So we're going to get to our first testimonial, and this is a very good friend of mine who I thought of because I know he's always taking care of his skin. He's a real estate agent, very successful, cares about the way he looks, and he's always looked younger for, his age, but I knew he'd be interested just based on that. Shared a little bit about them, and he has gotten some amazing results. So Alex Neer, please, tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, cool. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So thanks for having me on. I've been using the product for, God, I want to say probably 3 months now. So I think the main benefit for me while looking at the product was just kind of the anti-aging. So I'm getting up there in age. I'm 52 now, and it's a big deal. The wrinkles around the eyes and just kind of the forehead and just kind of looking older than I want to look. I still feel pretty young at heart. I'm still pretty active, and I want to kind of maintain kind of that same youthful look. So that's kind of where I was at with it. I've done a lot of skincare products, lots of it kind of online. I did the agency's products. I did beef tallow for a little while. And then Susan brought me this to me, and I said, I'm always up for something. So I originally got the experience kit, I think is what it is. And that then leads into the signature collection. So it's like 7 products that I'm using. Typically try to do it every night, but I'm definitely doing it every morning, right after the shower. And it's been nice. There's a lot there, but that doesn't bother me if, it's just when you put the product on, it not only smells fantastic, but it just feels really luxurious. I joke with my wife, like, do you like luxury? It's very luxurious as you put it on. What I've noticed is that as you put the different things on, you need to let them dry before you move on in the with the next step. So I typically like I'll do the spritz first, and then I'll brush my teeth, and then I'll do the I think the second one's the it's like a oil. I put that on, wait, let it kind of sink in, and then so it takes a little while. So I kind of spread it out over, doing my hair, shaving, getting ready. So it's not for me, it's not that big a deal just because of how nice it feels. And then what I love is like later on in the day, even like right now, you can still feel it on your skin. It's still like Susan said, your skin doesn't get as dry. Especially we're in Colorado, so it's extremely dry here. So it's just very luxurious. It lasts all day, and I wish I would have taken before shots, but it definitely feels great. I've gotten lots of comments that my skin's looking better than it did before, so I'm very pleased with it so far for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. It's
Yeah,
so great to hear that from you. And I can't wait for you to can just continue getting even more results.
yeah, it's
So thank
great.
you. Thank you. Awesome. So now we're going to talk a little bit about our advanced line. And this, as I mentioned, is 100% liposomal technology. So it again uses those pharmaceutical grade machines that take those powerful ingredients and they make them in this tiny, tiny molecules that penetrate the skin. So it's a very, talk about luxury. Alex mentioned that before. This one is even more. We hear that all the time. If you're using things like Obagi or maybe a med spa line, this is something that you're probably going to right away notice the difference. And I have another amazing gentleman up next to share his testimonial on how he's been using the RAD 100. So, Stan Slifer, are you there?
I am here. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. So, you as well, very successful businessman, care about the way you look. You're in front of people all the time. Plus, you have a hot wife. She happens to be my sister. So, tell us a little bit about why you started using these products.
Well, I started using the products because I married an esthetician. So I figured using Dial soap and Lubriderm on my face was probably not going to be acceptable. I just turned 58 last month, and so I just want to make sure I'm not getting too wrinkly, any wrinklier than I probably going to get just because of nature. But so Laura told me, my wife told me that you should try this advanced line. And so I used the 4-step process. And Alex, I really appreciate you calling it the mist or the spritz, or because I don't know any of the names of these products either. I call it the dust. Maybe Miss Susan, you can say what the technical term is, but I pour the dust in. I wet my face and I pour the dust in my hand, and I rub it on my face, and it feels so good because it's like an exfoliant, but it turns into like a light foam, and I can feel it cleansing my skin. And then I know I use the toner, um, and then I use the serum, and then whatever the moisturizer is the three. But Susan, maybe you could help me tell me what that dust is officially called, because I just call it the dust.
It's the cleansing powder, and
Okay,
I
well,
love yes, that's
so
fantastic. It's the
I,
magic dust.
and I love that Alex was saying the mist, because I was spritz. I was like, thank goodness somebody else who doesn't know the name of these products. But I do know one thing. I always let her know when I'm running low. Um, no guys are coming up to me at the gym and telling me I look amazing, and I'm glad they're not, because that'd be very, very awkward. But I see it, and I go to the gym to feel young, and I use the skin products so that I can look young. So
And look at your incredible before and after photos. I mean, I'm blown away by these results, and especially the one on the side. I mean, look at around your eyes. This is the thing we hear a lot of times is that this can really replace or cut down on other treatments, and I think your pictures are a testament to that. So thank you so much for being
of
on, Stan.
course, yes,
Yes,
thank you.
thank you. Awesome. Okay, so um I would be remiss if I did not share a little bit about our other product line. It's our Bodo Lab. And part of the reason is because, skincare is amazing, but why not have skincare for your body and also for your hair? And I think especially speaking to men, I mean, you want the 360 too, right? You want more hydration on your skin. I mean, these products it's a patented line. They help retain moisture in your body when you take a shower. The body lotion is very lightly, scent. It has a little bit of a smell, a very natural fragrance, but it's just a gorgeous body cream that I know men and women love. And then again, the hair care. Like, what guy doesn't want fuller, thicker hair? So if you're not already using our shampoo and our conditioner, I would definitely tell you that's a takeaway for tonight. Get these in your shower. You will have less hair at the bottom of the shower, less hair in your brush. You can see these results. I mean, they're very quick how much it starts to help with thickening your hair. And the hair serum, we have a third product, the hair serum, that I know a lot of guys with beards love. We call it kind of the beard oil because women use it for their hair, but guys use it for their beard. So that's also a great tip. And then, last but not least, we have our incredible testimonial coming up from Mr. Alan Shu. He is also partnered with our business. He decided to get involved with Remon, so he's on a run to director right now. But he leads a very busy life. He's also in pharmaceutical sales, and he's coming to us out of California. And Alan, I'm so excited for you to share your testimonial with these products, and I've got your before and after photos too.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Alan, and so I've been using skincare 11 years, even before I found Remon. And the reason being is because my mom took care of her skin her whole life, and my dad never did. By the time they were like 50s, I looked at them and I was like, Mom, sign me up. Let me know whatever you're buying, right? So I was using Chanel, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, all the stuff she told me to buy. And what's crazy is like I was introduced to this business, my friend invited me to meet some Korean pop star who's now the national director, and he told me the story about the tiger grass and all that, and I wasn't really sure if I was interested, but he said just try the product. Make sure you just try the product before you leave. So I bought the products, I tried it, and normally when I wash my face, even using skincare from all the ones I named earlier, normally after I'm in the shower, I wash my face, my skin feels dry, right? And what I noticed after about 4 or 5 days after using the Remon products, I washed my face and it was soft, it was smooth, it was like it didn't feel like my skin, like it was just like a baby's butt, right? And I just realized like, wow, these products work. So then, do you have my before and after? I'd love to show them.
Yes, I do.
So that's me using all the brands that I shared with you before. And obviously, they're not the products I was using, they're not going deeper to the skin. They're not using nanoliposomal technology. So that's why my skin still felt dry, right? But as you can see, like my skin tightened up. I mean, the under eye here tightened up. I mean, it's glowing. I didn't know that I wanted smaller pores, but my pores are smaller. You know, they call it Korean glass skin. Didn't know I wanted that, but my pores are smaller now. It's just healthier, right? And that's what really gave me the confidence to share it with some friends. And then I shared it with my friend Marisol Herrera, who she used to have like a lot of makeup on, right? And I noticed that like it was very cakey, especially under the eye area. And once I shared it with her, she said, sign me up. And she used the product. I saw her about 4 or 5 days later as well. And she was wearing like about a fifth of the makeup, right? And that's when I realized like, wow, like what's going on? Marisol, what happened to your skin? She said her acne scars lightened up, her wrinkles have kind of lightened up as well, and a lot of the sunspots that she had, because she's a real estate agent, so she's knocking on doors, and she said that all that lightened up, and that gave her confidence to actually start to wear less makeup, right? And that's when I learned that I didn't know this before, but some women use makeup to cover up certain things. And that's what made me realize like this is gonna be huge. This actually works. Like how many times have I gone to Sephora, Ulta. Yes, I've went to Sephora and Ulta. But how many times have I gone there and I bought something and it didn't work? I had so much products in my drawer, right? So once I started to use this, like my skin, I mean, look at it. Like I didn't know that I needed this, but I look younger, right? And right on the left, I was 40 years old. I was happy, you know. I still had compliments on my skin, but now it's on a different level now, right? My skin is hydrated, glowing. So I'm actually gonna just put it on right now because I'm gonna go to another meeting and I'm just gonna like I already washed my face with the oil to remove the oil. Then I use the snow enzyme to kind of remove the dead skin and just really prime my skin for the skincare. So we have the Boo Say Boo, right? And then we have the cream. So it's the booster, the serum, then the booster. And I know I think Alex was talking about that he or Stan was saying that he puts it on, has to leave it for a little bit. Sometimes I'm really lazy and I just do it like this. Little quick spray, I pat it on. I go straight to it. Sometimes I'm lazy. I don't got patience. I just go straight to it. And then I rub the serum on, right? Okay, and then you do the booster again for that extra hydration, going deeper in your skin. I get my neck too, because you know, we want our necks to look kind of young and glowy as well. And I'm not stingy with the cream. I'm not stingy with the cream at all. I like to put a lot and really get it on. And then for the places that are like I used to have like really prominent 11s, like real wrinkles there, and like under my under eye, like the crow's feet. I put extra in that area, right? Because normal skincare, they have like they have acne cream, they have retinol, they have eye cream, they have all these different creams that I would even use. I would subscribe to that. But now this is everything. So I put more under my eye, more under my crow's feet, more under the 11s, more under my little I laugh a lot. So I have a lot of wrinkles right here. So I put a lot right here. And when I go to sleep, I put a thick layer just to leave it there. And the nano liposomal technology just makes it absorb. And that's when I realized like this is an amazing skincare. And like what we do, like let me give you an example. I love the movie F1. Raise your hand if you guys saw the movie F1. I mean, that movie, I watched it like 2, 3 times at this point, maybe 4 times. And I shared it with about like 80 to 100 people to go watch that movie. It was such a great movie, but I didn't get paid for it. Well, we do this all the time. We already like something and we share it. So when I got this skincare, I started to just share with people. And, you know, I've been able to make a substantial income doing it. So, yeah, it's really changed my life. I'm a pharmaceutical sales rep, right? So when I work, I get paid, you know, but then now I have like I haven't gone to Mexico or Philippines yet, but I have some people from Mexico on right now. I have people from the Philippines that are while we're here, they're presenting over there, they're presenting in Mexico. So it's just really cool. Like I get paid while, you know, I'm working and then people are just love the products and they share it too. So yeah, so that's my testimonial. So thank you, Susan, for having me on.
Thank you so much, Alan. That was awesome, and your demo rocked. That's so good. Alex wrote in the chat that he's using more than you, and I'm like, me too. So I love it. All right. So I hope that we have answered a lot of the top questions that are on your mind. So I just kind of want to, summarize it again that if you're looking for a simple routine, we've got it here. We're all about cleansing your skin, hydrating your skin, and then protecting it. And with Remon, you can do either our signature line that you saw or the advanced Rad 100. So either way, you're going to be able to do those three things that are so important to take care of your skin, and your older self is going to thank you for that, right? Number two, we talked about, shaving, irritation, razor burn, but let me just point out the two top products that you're going to want. So if you just get like the cleansers and the three products to keep it simple, you're really going to want to make sure that you add in or that you actually have the snow enzyme cleanser. It's an awesome cleanser for shaving, okay? And then the calming gel is the best product ever for any kind of skin irritation. So when you're talking about razor burn, boom, that's your answer. It also helps with acne. It also helps with any kind of irritation. It has hyaluronic acid in it, 24K flakes in it, as well as damask rose water. So very, very calming and hydrating to the skin. I'm pretty sure we talked about whether or not it's going to help with your oily or dry skin, right? So yes, these K Beauty products are going to hydrate. They're going to balance your skin type no matter what skin type. I think, we're used to kind of like trying to figure out what your skin type is. With our brand, it doesn't matter. It's going to address it. And then number four, is it going to help with anti-aging? Pretty sure you guys saw all the before and after photos and the testimonials from these amazing guys tonight. But take your before photo and then you tell us if it helped you. So we're so excited that you guys got on tonight. For the ladies, we do have a cool announcement. We've got some new shades of autumn lip. We've got our velvet and our semi-matte finishes. There are lip tints, and we've got some new shades that are dropping on October 23rd. So stay tuned on that. Super fun. Anyone that's already a planner with Remon, you can get your hands on them right now. But customers, you can start on the 23rd. And then it's giveaway time. So while the guys were telling you all the fun facts about these products, I drew a name out of our chat, or not on our chat, sorry, out of our participants. But this box right here, this is what Alex actually was mentioning that he started with. This is our experience kit. And tonight, one lucky winner is going to get one of these. You just have to drop in the chat. You have to give me your address and your phone number so I can be sure that we get this to you. And um, you can private message me in the chat or put it in there. But the name that was pulled is Dan Sudajit. And I'm not sure how to say your last name. I apologize, but it's Suttajit. So you're the lucky winner on our experience kit. So make sure that you drop that in the chat, or you can also get back to the person who invited you and let them know how I can get this $100 kit to you for free. So congratulations. And then if you're like Alan and myself and Stan's wife, you might see an opportunity here as well. And it's really about turning your ritual into revenue. And, like Alan mentioned, we've got the Philippines just open. We've got leaders in London right now. We're opening London this weekend, which is really the beginning of our Europe expansion. And we're just getting started, you guys. We're just getting started. We've got Japan on the map coming soon. And most of North America hasn't even heard of K Beauty, and they definitely haven't heard of Remon. So you're definitely one of the first to get to share it if you decide to partner with us. So there is a presentation coming up right after this call if you want to jump on and hear from these two incredible speakers, Mr. Steve Young and Jenny Donnelly. They are just killing it, and they have got some great perspective on how to partner with our companies. So that is an opportunity, and it's every Thursday actually. So if it doesn't work for you to jump on tonight, you can always catch the recording or next week. So get back to the person who invited you tonight. Please let them know if you have questions, which ritual you want to start with, or if you want information about how to partner with us as well. And that's the end of our presentation, but it's just the beginning of your glow up. So thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm Susan, I'm signing off, and we'll see you on the next presentation. Bye.